Good morning. It has been a few days. I did want to talk a little bit about insurance again because so I finally got her on my insurance, which is great. That insurance she was on her stepmother's, like, they were giving us such a hard time about taking her off the insurance after they didn't want to cover anything. I am so done with insurance. It's like, oh my gosh. And now I've been on a prescription, the same like anxiety medication for, Jesus, probably, I would say 25 years, maybe even more than that. And I've tried to go off the name brand and to take the generic, and I'm telling you, the generic for some reason just doesn't work with my body chemistry or something. But anyway, now my insurance doesn't want to cover it all of a sudden, and in the past they've done that, and my doctor has been able to say she needs the actual medication, not the generic. And for some reason they have been fighting, so I've gone without my medication now for 4 days, and they're like, oh well, you can buy the, if you want to pay for 4 days of pills or whatever, you can buy them separately. They're like almost $40 a pill. Like, no no, I cannot afford to do that. So I said, just put me on generic again if they're gonna fight that hard. But again, it's like, insurance, you guys fucking suck. Like, why am I paying so much per month for you to deny what I need to take? So that's my little spiel for today. Is insurance kind of sucks. We pay a lot of money for it, and I don't know. That's my rant, and then I'm done. So I'm gonna let that go. That's my little grievance I'm letting go for today, and I'm going to choose to just see the light side of things, right? That's what I of course read my book today, and it is basically miracles are always there, but you have to be in the light to receive them. And I'm not in the light when I'm bitching about insurance, but I also don't feel well, so I don't feel very light. But I can switch that, right? I can change that. That's what I'm gonna do. So why don't we all together get your grievance out, and then just kind of watch it float away and change your perspective to light, not dark. Because once you start a grievance, like me bitching about that, I could go in, I could bitch about it to coworkers, I could keep that going and making it bigger, and it's not going to change a damn thing. So I think the best thing is acknowledge it, let it go, and try to focus on something that is going well for you. And I'll focus on the text that I got saying, I love you too, and I'm just going to keep focusing on her getting better. Okay, it is afternoon, and it is, I'm just returning back to work after lunch. Still not feeling great, which you could probably tell by my voice, but hanging in there and trying to stay focused, trying to stay positive. I had a interesting conversation with my old supervisor. Well, he was my supervisor, then it switched to, we've got like kind of two supervisors in the same unit, and they've kind of switched back and forth, and I don't want to get into details, but anyways, just talking to him today, and sounds like it might get switched again because the other supervisor may be going to another unit, and it's just a lot. And I guess the point of me telling you this is, in the conversation I learned that what I do for work is all behind the scenes, and it's writing. It's a lot of technical writing, and whatnot, and I knew that the upper management, the executives or what have you, don't really know what goes on in our unit. And I was hired to write policies and procedures, and apparently my boss's boss's boss had no idea. And anyways, I've been doing it for over 2 years, and I don't want to get into details, but I'm just gonna leave it like this. It's so bizarre and out there that it is what it is. I've done the best I could with what I've been given, and I haven't really been given a lot support-wise or anything. People just don't want to review these documents, and that's fine. The way I see it is I'm on their clock, and I just like having a job that I don't feel so stressed out about. And I love writing, and I love researching, and I love doing the technical piece of it, and I'm very happy with that. If they don't want to acknowledge or look over the documents, that's on them. I just do the best that I can do with what I've done. So that's that. But in a nutshell, I guess what I'm trying to say is, not only do they not appreciate what I do, they really don't know what I do, and they apparently don't want me doing it anymore. It's like, okay, well, if you had a reason or something to look at and said you don't want me to do this anymore because I'm doing it wrong, well, I've never gotten feedback. So anyway, I think they're just trying to redesign everything. I just noticed that with everything that goes on that I've dealt with my daughter, and everything feeling like it's a fight all the time, when things like this happen, it's like, really? That's like a little pebble you're throwing that's hitting me. Like, that doesn't hurt at all. I don't care what you can't really do anything to hurt me. I guess what it has made me have a thick skin in a way, which is good, because I was always so sensitive. I mean, there was a time, probably 10, 15 years ago, I would have been so paranoid and thinking the worst, and oh my God, my job's coming to an end, and I would have just been freaking out. And for some reason, I just don't give a shit about it. I just really don't care. I don't take my job's just not that. I don't take it personal. I know that I'm just a number to these people. I get it. I work for the state. I know how it goes, and I'm okay. I'm getting a paycheck. I'm getting my insurance. It's not having a bad attitude. I like what I do, even though nobody reviews it or gives me really much feedback. Don't get me wrong, my direct supervisors, the ones that they move me back and forth with, they are great. Like, they are both wonderful, but they don't have any support whatsoever. So I'm happy with what I'm doing. I just don't take it personally that I'm seen as, I guess, a number and not a person, or they really don't know what I do or what I'm capable of. Nor, I mean, I'll see my, so it's like I have my supervisor, then his/her supervisor in my office, and then the supervisor above him, who used to always be in the same office. If I pass by that supervisor, I don't even get an acknowledgement or a hello. I think if you put me in a lineup, she'd be like, no idea who I was. And you know what? It is what it is. It's okay. Again, my passion is more of this type of thing, trying to help others. I have my 9-to-5 job, but when I leave, I'm done. And then I work on projects that I want to do. And that's what works for me. So what is the point of all of this? You're probably wondering, and I feel like I'm rambling, but the point is, roll with the punches. It might not even be a punch. This might be a blessing in disguise. I just try not to let yourself worry about things. If you get bad news, or I don't know, if you hear something that feels like it could be really negative and feels like it could be a punch in the teeth, so to speak, it might not be. So just I'm just rolling with it, one day at a time. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to go home. I'm not going to make it bigger. I'm not going to engage. I had a coworker reach out, say, sounds like there's going to be some changes, which I'm sure that means me. So probably everyone else knows more than I do. And it's like, I'm just not, whatever. If it does, it does. I will then just roll with the punches. And yeah, I do believe that it'll all work out. I really do. And my focus is my daughter, not this place so much. So